Hi there. This is day 3 of my self-isolation during this very trying time, and I thought today would be a good opportunity to actually venture outdoors, to go and on an adventure, to get to my workshop. So obviously, when one makes arrangements to go on expeditions and adventures, one has to be prepared. So I've, I've laid out a few things um, which I need to take with me on my trip to the big outdoors. So we'll just switch to have a look. So, of course, when you go outdoors, you obviously need to have a rucksack. So I have a rucksack. With that, also, I have a fork type spork for digging myself out of problems, a torch, compass, of course, most important, don't get lost, whistle to give for help, of course, a space blanket in the event of me injuring myself and I need to keep warm. We're moving over, we obviously have some wipes, some tissues, the essential first aid kit, the map of the outdoors, as you can see, and there's some interesting things I need to scale or to reach to my target, which is known as the bothy. Obviously some essential supplies, drink, a hat, obviously sunnies because it's going to be bright out there, some walking poles, of course, and not forgetting my good friend Humphrey as my travelling companion. So I'm just going to pack this stuff up and I shall prepare myself for this momentous occasion of going out in the big wide world. I'll see you on the other side. Right, so I'm now set. I've got my hat on, I've got my sunnies on, I've got my sticks, I've got my rucksack on, I've got the all essential map, okay, so I know where I'm going, and more importantly, I've got Humphrey in the backpack because we can't leave Humphrey behind. Very important. So, wish me luck. I am going to venture to the outside. So here we are. We're now at the precipice of the back door, and the first obstacle I noticed on the map is called the Wee Step, and as you can see, a bit of a challenge, but I think that we are going to cope with this one. So here goes. We're just going to descend the Wee Step. Yeah, this is good. We're now, we're great, we're down, this is good, this is good, it feels good, out in the sun. We're now heading towards, I believe, if we look at the map, we'll just stop here a minute, put my sticks down, and just look at the map, and the map here, see, this is called two-tier, and I can see why they called it two-tier. There's obviously two levels of this ascent. One's obviously slightly larger than the other. We will then raise. Here we go. We're up on the first level. This is good. Looking good. We're good. And now we're going to climb a second. I remember looking at the map that this was called the Long Walk. But a point of interest was down here. I noticed on the map there was a thing called Dippy, and looking at Dippy, it's a dinosaur. Awesome. We will have a look around while we're here. Over there, there's, I believe that's, according to the map, was called a bed of empty. I think I can see why, because there's nothing in it. There's a nice lush grass here, and I was walking forward. I see there's something here that wasn't actually on the map, which must have been left off by the cartographer, and it appears to be some form of feeding device. Maybe it's for the local wildlife to come in and pleasure themselves. Moving on, we see there's a bench, which I believe is called a viewpoint, which obviously must be nice for weary travellers to sit and rest and enjoy the vista. And ahead, look, we can see there's the bothy. What a sight to see for sore eyes. It is, after all this travelling, it is so nice to actually get to somewhere where there'll be a nice respite and obviously things of interest, I'm sure. Now I noticed on the map that the hardest thing here was called they called it the high step, and it certainly looks very high to me, and I don't know how well we're going to actually cope with actually ascending this, but I'm sure we will manage. As we come to climb, and here we go, we're getting up. Oh yep, and we're up, and that's brilliant. And I see here I've got a great shadow from the sun, which is magnificent, and I'm glad I put the sunnies on. And looking to my left here, it appears to be what they call a spring bed. I'm not quite sure why it's a spring bed. I don't see any springs, but anyway, here we go, and here we are, and we're actually at the bothy door, but unfortunately it appears to be locked, and I don't appear to have any keys or any way of getting in, but which means then I'm going to have to retrace my steps to go and find the keys to get into the shed. But I'm really glad that I've managed to venture out on this day, the third day of my isolation from the world during this very scary times, I think, for many people. And I know that Humphrey enjoyed his trip out too. I can see him reflected on my phone, and he looks really happy to be out as well. And I am glad to be out as well, people. So to all you out there, keep safe, keep happy, keep smiling. We'll get there in the end.